Tiger Woods achieved an incredible 40 PGA Tour wins before turning 30. Tiger Woods won 40 PGA Tour events before turning 30, a record for most wins before that age. His first PGA Tour win came at the 1996 Las Vegas Invitational, just 2 months after turning pro. Tiger's 40 wins included 5 PGA championships, 3 U.S. Open titles, and 3 Open championships. He won 11 PGA Tour events in 2000, a single-season record that still stands today. Tiger held the #1 ranking for a record 264 weeks before turning 30. His 40 pre-30 wins account for nearly 40% of his total 82 PGA Tour victories to date. Apple's Newton, released in 1993, was a personal digital assistant that failed due to its high price, limited functionality, and poor handwriting recognition, leading to a $300 million loss. Apple's Newton, released in 1993, was a pioneering personal digital assistant ahead of its time. The Newton was priced at $699, making it unaffordable for many consumers at launch. Its handwriting recognition feature, Calligrapher, struggled to recognize handwritten text accurately. The Newton was often mocked for its poor handwriting recognition, leading to widespread criticism. Despite its flaws, the Newton sold around 600,000 units during its lifespan. Apple ultimately wrote off $300 million in losses related to the Newton's development and sales. Can you tell the difference between a Geordie accent from Newcastle and a Cockney accent from London? The UK is home to over 40 distinct regional accents, each with unique characteristics. The Geordie accent from Newcastle is known for its distinctive pronunciation and vocabulary. Cockney rhyming slang is a hallmark of the London accent, using word substitutions like apples and pears for stairs. Regional accents in the UK are shaped by history, culture, and geography. Some UK accents are more recognizable than others, with Scouse and West Country accents being particularly distinctive. Understanding regional accents can be a fun and rewarding challenge, with many people enjoying accent quizzes and games. Learn how zippers replaced buttons and buckles in the early 20th century, revolutionizing the way we pack and travel, with examples from iconic luggage brands like Louis Vuitton. The zipper's invention in 1893 by Whitcomb Judson revolutionized closures but wasn't widely adopted until later. In 1913, Gideon Sunback improved the design, creating the Placo fastener used in early zippers. Louis Vuitton was one of the first luxury brands to incorporate zippers in their luggage in the 1920 seconds. The zipper's popularity soared with its use in World War I military gear, making it a standard fastener. By the 1930 seconds, zippers replaced buttons and buckles in most luggage, making packing and travel much easier. Watch how Rafael Nadal battled through ankle injuries during the 2018 ATP Finals, including his thrilling match against Stefanos Tsitsipas. Rafael Nadal's ankle injury plagued him throughout the 2018 ATP Finals. Nadal suffered a right ankle sprain during his quarterfinal match against David Goffin. Despite the injury, Nadal won the match against Goffin in 3 sets. In the semifinals, Nadal faced Stefanos Tsitsipas, who was 20 years old at the time. Nadal's ankle injury worsened during the match, forcing him to take a medical timeout. Despite the agony, Nadal pushed through, eventually losing to Tsitsipas in 3 sets. The pyramids of Giza are aligned with the constellation of Orion. But how did ancient Egyptians achieve this? The pyramids of Giza are aligned with the constellation of Orion, a phenomenon observed by ancient cultures. The Great Pyramid's base is a near-perfect square, aligned almost perfectly with the 4 cardinal directions. The pyramid's alignment mirrors the belt of Orion, with 3 main stars and 3 main pyramids. Ancient Egyptians likely used observations of the night sky to plan and construct the pyramid's precise layout. The alignment of the pyramids with Orion's belt is accurate to within a fraction of a degree. This astronomical knowledge showcases the advanced understanding of ancient Egyptians, rivaling that of modern times. Separate fact from fiction as we explore common myths about mining accidents, like the idea that methane gas is the most common cause of explosions. Mining accidents are often caused by a combination of factors, not just one single mistake. Methane gas is not the most common cause of mining explosions, despite its reputation. In fact, coal dust is the leading cause of mining explosions, responsible for 70% of incidents. Proper ventilation systems can reduce the risk of explosions by up to 90%. Human error, not equipment failure, is the leading cause of mining accidents overall. Improved safety regulations have reduced mining fatalities by 75% over the past century. Explore the alien-like environments surrounding deep-sea vents, where superheated water supports a unique community of organisms, including giant tube worms and vent crabs. Deep-sea vents are underwater springs that emit superheated water, reaching temperatures up to 400 degrees Celsius. These vents support a unique community of organisms that thrive in the harsh, chemical-rich environment. Giant tube worms, up to 2 meters long, have no mouth or digestive system, yet survive on vent chemicals. Vent crabs, with their bright red eyes, are among the few animals that can withstand the extreme vent conditions. Deep-sea vents are thought to be similar to the environments that existed on Earth 4 billion years ago. Discover what happened to the Stardust, a British Avro-Lancastrian plane that vanished in 1947 with 13 people on board, only to be found 70 years later in the Andes Mountains. The Stardust, a British Avro-Lancastrian plane, vanished on the 2nd of August 1947 during a flight from Argentina to Chile. On board were 13 people, including a British pilot, a Chilean businessman, and 11 passengers from the UK and Argentina. The plane was flying over the Andes Mountains when it disappeared, sparking a massive search and rescue operation. Despite extensive searches, no wreckage or bodies were found, and the mystery of the Stardust's disappearance remained unsolved for 70 years. In 2017, a team of Argentine and British researchers found the plane's wreckage in the Andes, buried under 20 meters of snow. Discover the brutal history of gladiator games in ancient Rome's Colosseum, where thousands of fighters battled to the death in front of roaring crowds, with famous gladiators like Flamma and Verus gaining legendary status. The Roman Colosseum hosted gladiator games for over 400 years, from 80 AD to 404 AD. Gladiators like Flamma and Verus gained legendary status, with Flamma winning 21 of 25 battles. The Colosseum's arena could hold up to 50,000 spectators, who watched fights to the death daily. Gladiators were typically slaves, prisoners, or mercenaries, forced to fight for their lives in brutal combat. The most popular gladiator types were the Thracian, Secutor, and Murmillo, each with unique fighting styles.